see if I can put it in Simon's show, Simon Bates' show, and we'll get Simon's reactions to it.
The Italians, you better tell that girl to shut up, which is my record of the week. And why not? 4.5 minutes past 11. Radio 1 Round Table. Now, here's a lady I know nothing about, except she is physically very attractive, which puts her head and shoulders above a number of other people I can think of. Sheena Easton is her name. Lend an ear to a new EMI single called Modern Girl, and tell me what you think of it.
What's just as important at this stage is what Simon Bates thinks of it.
I like it.
What did you like about it?
It's bouncy. It's got a lovely hook. That little bit where she goes, yeah, da, 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 da. And it's the sort of thing, Mr. Pittman, that if you were in the bath, I guarantee you'd be singing by now. And thinking, where the hell did I hear that?
On your show.
Thank you, sir. Oh, man. It's nice. I like it.
Mike Hawkes, producer of Radio 1's Round Table.
Yeah, it's really quite uninteresting.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No, I'd say that's extremely tedious record.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's tedious. I mean, this is the first time you heard it. It might grow on you.
I don't think it'll grow on me at all. I think after about 30 seconds of that, it's quite enough for anybody.
Why didn't you like it, Mike?
There's nothing there to like. You've got a sort of fairly average singer there, singing a very average sort of song. It's of no interest to me whatsoever.
Now the verdict from Kid Jensen.
Well, it's certainly a commercial, catchy record. I think I'd have to hear it a couple more times to really form any opinion as to whether I think it would be a great big success or not. If nothing else, it establishes Sheena's voice, which is very distinctive, because there's a lot of competition now. There's a lot of girl singers, and her voice is certainly distinctly different from all the other girls, and I think that's important.
This is a big moment for Brad and Sheena. Every week, the BBC producers meet to select new releases to be played on daytime radio shows. This week's results are published on today's playlist. If Modern Girl hasn't made it, the record-buying public might never hear the new song or the new singer.
OK, I suppose you want the news in? Well, the news is that we got a record of the week on Simon Bates.
Good, that's great. Let me see, let me see.
Yeah. You can keep that if you want.
I will, I'll keep it, I'll frame it.
All right, frame it.
Record of the week, I mean, that's guaranteed. My record might be played 5 times, you know, and counting it twice, because it was on DLT this morning.
Did you hear it?
I did, 6:10, I was up there. So that might be 7 times my record's been on the radio, you know. I'll be glued to that radio all day, you realise that? That's my social life now, you know, sitting there wired up to it.
In the next few weeks, Modern Girl gets a lot of airplay. It became a capital climber, and the Scottish supporters put it into the Tartan 40. But the one that matters is the official Top 75. If a record makes that chart, it's a hit, and it does. Today, Sheena is on standby for Top of the Pops, the show that can take a record to the top. But the deal is she'll only be booked if Modern Girl has moved up this week's charts. Phil Bishop, the producer, gets the results on a hotline.
Sheena Easton has gone down 2 places.
The receiver of the bad news is Jeff Atherton, EMI's head of promotion.
Gone down 2? Yeah, 62 from 60. So thank you and good night.
I thought we were going up to 52.
Right. Better go back and tell her.
Thank you very much. Oh, well, next one, Phil. Next one.
It's not unusual for Jeff Atherton to have to come to terms with disappointments like this, but it will be a new experience for Sheena. One consolation, however, is that she's now found a manager, Dee Carlin, who will know how to cope.
Yeah, we went down.
Did we?
We went down?
How many places?
60 to 62.
Never mind, never mind.
Disappointed?
Yes, I'm disappointed. But I'm not devastated by it. I think I've got to learn to cope with disappointments like that early on. And the thing that balances it out is that it's a good week for me this week. If it was a bad week or a boring week, then it would be really bad. But I mean, we've got a TV show that I'm doing this week for ATV, and the follow-up 9 to 5 should be finished this week. So that's kept me up.
Baby takes the
new single and a new contract for Sheena. EMI have signed her for another year and she'll eventually make an album. Deke, her manager, has high hopes for the future.
Yes, positively yes. I mean, I think, so it puts rid of the myth that people in the pop business are dumb and stupid and thick and I bought my mother an house and it's not bad, but it's better than the one, you know, all those old images of pop singers has gone. She's just destroyed that image. She's very bright and I'm very excited about managing her career. I think she will be a very big star here.
Do you know what's happening next?
No, I don't.
No, you're relying on me again, aren't you?
No.
Well, I've got a feeling it's a piece of music, and it comes from a lady called Sheena Easton.
Yes, I know her well.
It looks like rain again. She takes a train again. She's on her way again through London town.
Having dropped in the charts, Modern Girl climbed back up again to number 56 and sold more than 20,000 copies. And as well as appearing on ATV, Sheena was booked by the BBC for this award-winning show, which is watched by 7 million viewers.
I've now got the courage and slightly better taste through my good guidance to dress and to look and to do my face, do my hair, the way that I always felt inside. I mean, the tweed skirts are gone, the long messy hair is gone. I'm beginning to, my inside is beginning to come out now.
Do you feel good, like you are now?
I feel good. I've got a lot to feel good about. I know that sounds terrible, but this has been the best experience in my life so far. And even if 5 years' time, you know, it's all gone and I'm singing in the Glasgow club circuit again or Manchester club circuit or whatever, I've got something to tell my grandkids about.
He wakes and says hello, turns on the breakfast show. She fixes coffee while he takes a shower. Hey, that was great, he said.
Her eyes are really nice. But as soon as we get into a chorus, it all sort of falls about a little bit.